Let's talk about bass lines for pianists. I love playing bass lines every time I'm learning a new tune. It really helps me to lock the tune in my mind. So I recommend that you practice lots of bass lines. Of course, always practice them with a metronome. And the idea is to sound like a bassist. So listen to acoustic bassists and listen to what they sound like and what their purpose is. Try to emulate their groove. So I've developed an exercise using the cycle of keys, or the cycle of fourths, cycle of fifths, and we're going to go around the fourth way, the flat way. So we're going to use the cycle of fourths. So let's start off by playing the bass line, C to F to B flat to E flat, A flat, so forth. And I'm going to add a tritone on top. So here's the tritone, and it uses the third and the flat seventh. So here we'll take a C seventh, dominant seventh, and we'll play F seventh. Notice I switched inversion. So play around the cycle of fourths using tritones until it's free and easy and it's totally thoughtless and effortless. Now, once you've done that, let's use the exercise where I take one chord going to the next chord. Now, in the first case, I'm going to take C dominant and I'm going to go to F dominant. So I'm going to create a bass line which is going to move from C to F. Now I'm not thinking like I'm going to F. I think like I'm in the key of F and I'm playing from C to F. Slight distinction, but it's very important because you're playing 5 to 1. So I'm going to make up a bass line and I'm going to use quarter notes. That's one idea. I could come up with lots of ideas. So I just sit there and I make up lots of ways of going from C to F. Once I've done that, I can go from F to B flat. Just use my ear, come up with nice bass lines. Of course, I can go down. This is exactly what bass players do. They learn how to play from chord to chord. And their full attention is on playing chord to chord. But as a piano player, you'll be doing many other things, so I don't think you need to be as creative as a bassist, but you do need to have maybe 4, 5, or 6 ways of going from one chord to another. Once you've done this, we'll put on a metronome. Now I'm putting this metronome beep on beats 2 and 4. So it's counted like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you do this because it creates a forward swing feel. It's kind of like the hi-hat on a drummer. So let's try this. We're going to play around the cycle now. And I'm going to comp in the right hand. Just keep on doing it. Now you notice I was doing a little bit of the flipping thing that bass players do, and they just kind of flick at the string like. And I'm not thinking melodically when I do it. I don't think bass players think melodically. I think they're thinking more rhythmically, like that. 1, 2. Obviously, this takes a long time to develop. And you'll know when you have it, when you can do it without even thinking about it. So you play around and around the cycle with the metronome, comping. Now the next step is a huge step. And that is where we start to play melodies. You can only play melodies once the left hand is completely effortless. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play around the cycle. Using the bass lines, I'm going to be comping, and I'll wait until I just hear an idea, a simple idea that moves forward, a melodic idea. So I can wait until the idea is there for me. So let's try that. Now, I can again go back to the bass line if I want to. I only want to play when I hear the idea in my head. All of these ideas move forward from 5 to 1. So you could think of this as the 5 to 1 cycle of keys, not the cycle of fourths. So take this and play it and play it and play it until it's totally effortless. And in a future video, we'll discuss applying this to tunes.